Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in.
Hello everyone, welcome back. So today for the second week in September, I went through my stash to see what other extra stickers I had, and I had a bunch of these adorable autumn stickers that I believe I bought on Etsy. And I put all of the extras in this poly bag just to make it easier to store. So I'll take some of those out. So I have tons of all these stickers that I fussy cut. This was before I had a Brother Scan and Cut machine. And then what I did is all the leftover stickers I had, I just ran through my Brother Scan and Cut. Even though they were leftover stickers, it still was able to scan them and cut around them. So those are the ones that are actually on sticker backer paper. And then the ones that aren't don't have a sticker backer paper where I actually weeded it off of there. These are the ones I fussy cut. So I probably fussy cut like half of these, and I made the stickers really large for a project I was working on, but I do have some smaller stickers as well. But I thought these would be some fun stickers to play with, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to do, again, like cozy autumn reading theme, because there's just so many amazing stickers in this. And there's some people, some different scenes of reading nooks at the library, at the coffee shop, bookshelves, traveling, these cute little pets. So again, tons to choose from. And I also have some leftover Martina Sticker Company stickers. So I thought I would use the burgundy ones from this. I don't really have, the purple doesn't really go. I mean, I have a little bit of purple, but I would say predominantly burgundy. And then I have these leftover brown stickers. So I thought I would pair these brown ones with the burgundy colored ones. And then I made some coordinating reading quotes to go along with this theme. So I have tons of quotes to pick from in various sizes. And then I also have, these are, again, extra stickers from another spread that I did a while back. So I thought in case I needed some extra stickers, I could kind of, since these are neutral, pair these with these as well. Okay, so that's what I got. And then also I have these habit tracker stickers and just pulled some colors that I thought would go. And depending on what color of the stickers I use that I put down will determine which ones of the habit trackers I use. Okay, so this is in grocery week, so we can take up the entire sidebar and use that any way we see fit. And I need boxes this week. Smaller appointment boxes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then larger task boxes throughout. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to, I created, again, all these stickers are the ones that I made. All the quote stickers I made, and then these ones I made. All of the image stickers came from Etsy. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to maybe have some of the library cards that I made maybe cascading down. I'm trying to decide how I want to do it. If I want to make it take up the entire thing or create a scene. Let's see. Or I could just have them cascaded throughout this too. That might be kind of cute. But since I don't need the sidebar this week, I was thinking of taking this up. So let's see what that would look like. Let's see. It says, shh, I'm in a fictional universe. One more chapter. Currently reading and avoiding reality. Just one more page. Ask me about my books. Bookworm energy only. Plot twist enthusiasts. Life is better in bed with a book. Stay bookish. So I don't know if I'll use all of these, but these are really cute. Let's see. And what I might even do, think about maybe even covering all of this up. I might do that. Ooh, this kind of stuck down prematurely and is ripping a page. Ooh, come on. Ooh. I was trying to see where to put this and it just kind of, well, you know what? Now we got to cover September. I was trying to decide if I wanted to cover September up or not, but looks like we are. So I think I'll do maybe something like this. I just wanted to bring it down a little bit more so I could see the top of that. And cut this little sliver off. And let's see. If it lets me, I might keep everything. If it lets me, I might trim this. and keep everything to the left of it. If it lets me. Okay, that came out pretty well. Okay. Let's use Plot Twist Enthusiast. I might do it like that. And again, just trim off any part that goes slightly past the box. And maybe do Stay Bookish. I don't think I'll be able to see note, but I think I'll go ahead and white it out just to be safe. I'll have this one come like that. And then let's do Bookworm Energy only. Yeah, I'm trying to make it where it's legible, where I can see all the text, but vary where it's located. So maybe, hopefully that gets all the text. I think it does. And then the other ones I can kind of piece on either side. So maybe I'll do this and use the top part up there and on these sides. Try to line it up next to this one. And cut that off. So I'm going to trim this off and then use the excess to kind of fill in these other areas. All right, so this is what we have left of these. So let's take a look. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Okay, so that fills in that area, and it's all book themed. And then I think I'll wait to decide which of the habit trackers to put here. Because I think I can fit one right here, you know, so that I can still see most of this, which I think will be cute. But I'll wait and see what stickers I use, so that'll kind of help determine which color I pick from that. And I might want to throw in one or two more of these throughout as well, so I'll hold into those. All right, now let's figure out which stickers we want to use, because we've got tons to pick from. Okay. Definitely want to use at least one scene. Like this chair is super cute, and I can take up the weekend with that, because the only thing I usually need to worry about on the weekend is like the errands I want to run, that kind of thing. Let's see. I did make a smaller one over here in case I want to use that side of it. So one of those two, I think. We've got the luggage with the books, the bookshop. That's a cute scene too, but I think I like these better. Stack of books, lantern. Let's see. And I might use one of the girls as well. So maybe I'll put those to the side in case I have room. There's so many cute stickers. Okay. All right, definitely one of the chairs and maybe one of the bookshelves, or maybe this one. That looks really cute. That's a smaller version of this. So I think I might use a small version of that. And maybe one of these guys. Or I might use, let's see, the bookshop and then have this over here. I might do that. I think that's cute. Okay. I might just use the black or maybe the peach. I think I'm leaning toward one of those two. And then have this over here. I think that's cute. Okay, so yeah, I think I will use a smaller one of this so I can use the bookstore over here. So let's go ahead and put that down. And then we'll start adding in some of our function. And I'm going to trim off some of the offset on the left-hand side so I can layer it on top of the library cards. I mean, it's a pretty small offset, so probably won't get all of it, but just enough of it. So it's just not as pronounced. So as you can see, I didn't take all of it off, but just enough of it so I can layer it. Like this. Down here. And just a tiny sliver went over. On that side and on this side. Okay, that's cute. Now let's get the bookstore down. Bring it almost to the bottom, but not quite. Okay, that looks great already without anything else. I love that. Okay. All right, so I need smaller boxes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. So definitely use the burgundy, so maybe one of each color. Let's see. Actually, I think I'm gonna put this one here to cover over that tear. Just wet out this line. Scrape off some of the excess white out. And let's see. Let's put this one right above the chair. And again, just scrape off some of the excess white out. I'm probably gonna put something over there so I don't have to go too crazy, but just remove some of the excess. And I'm get my bone folder and just kind of smooth it down. And then I need one more smaller box on Wednesday. So I think I'll use the brown one for that. Right there. And then I need to add some boxes throughout for tasks, but I think that's a good start. And then I'll start, let's maybe see if I can fit that phone, that smaller phone I had. These are some of the girls. If I can find it. There it is. Put that smaller one over here. Hopefully it fits on top of the box. Trim off the bottom offset. All right, so let's put this like this. Trying to make sure I don't come into that box and yet have it look like it's stacked on top of this one. I think I'm gonna have to come into it a little bit. And this part of the wire of the phone is a little hard to see. I think I might add another line there. See if I can get one of my Pigma microns. And this is in a really dark brown. This is 01. So I'm just going to kind of reconnect this. I just added that line. Even though it's there, it was a little faint. So it's a little hard to see. So I just kind of drew on top of it. Okay, I like that. That looks cute. Let's see. Need to add in at least one larger box here. And at least one medium box on Wednesday. So maybe a larger box to share for Monday and Tuesday. Let's see. I've got these. And I only have medium and small boxes left of the ivory. Unless I use the purple, which I don't really want to use. I might use the burgundy. And do it like this. Just angle it up slightly. And then white out this line. And this one here. Okay, let's see if we can find something small to put right there. This guy might be a little too big. Well, you know, he might fit. He's so cute. I might fit him in there. I think this clock might be too big. Again, I made these larger than normal for a project I was working on. Oh, this is... I think that might work. And it brings in some of the burgundy. Might do that. And just trim off this bottom part. So have it about there. And then cut this side off. And I think I'm gonna trim it on top of the box here. Find my ruler. Since I need this for my appointment, I don't want it to go inside of the box. I think I'm gonna add part of these back, just so you can see some of the tassel, but not without it going inside the box. Okay, that way I can see part of the scarf, the tassel underneath. Okay, so I've got that. Let me punch out this hole. You guys, I've gone back to using this one because this one is freaking me out after I messed up my page that last time. So I've been a little reticent to use it. All right, so we have that up there. That looks really cute. Since we have burgundy, maybe I'll add another brown one over here. Let's see, maybe a smaller square one. Right there. And I have space. I think I want to add a little quote there. Let's see. The only drama I enjoy is in books. That is so true. Anyone who knows me knows I hate drama. I am not here for the drama. I know some people are, but not me. And I want to see if I can find maybe a skinny quote here. That would be perfect. Let's see. Reading, my socially acceptable addiction. Just one more chapter, and then maybe food. That is very true. Let's see. I might have to break it apart. Let's see if it'll look okay if I cut it apart. If not, I'll use one of the other ones. Just one more chapter. Let me trim off some of this. And then maybe food. Oh, that's cute. That fits perfectly in that little spot, and it gets rid of that kind of awkward space there. Okay, that looks good. I wish I could fit something here, but I don't know if I can. Let's see. I like big books and I cannot lie, or a book is a dream you hold in your hands. I kind of like that one. Trying to think of something that is vertical but that I can cut apart. There's no such thing as too many books. I think that might work. Let's see. Again, I have to cut it apart, but then I can kind of piece it back together and it'll make sense. And then so I can kind of fill in this space a little bit more. Yeah, I think I'm gonna raise this. There's no such. I'm gonna put this thing on its own line. And I'm gonna trim down as too many. Take off some of the offset again to make it fit a little bit better in the space. And I think I can keep this as one line, as too many. Yeah, okay. So cutting that apart kind of fills in that space a little bit more. And I'm turned a horizontal quote into a vertical one, again, to kind of fill in that area. Okay, that looks great. I love that. All right. Now let's work on this side. Let's see. Definitely want to use this quote. So I definitely want to use this quote. It says, Booktrovert, a person who prefers the company of fictional characters to real people. I mean, yeah. Why not? Let's see, and maybe I'll pair it with a box down here. So let's do, I think, burgundy. And maybe I'll use the two square boxes. So we have that shape on this side. Let's see. Maybe one down here. And white out this line because it's going through the box. Did I just run out? Oh, I just ran out. Let me get another one. All right, just ran out of that other white out, so got a brand new correction tape. Okay, let's put that there. And then I might stack them. Or I could even do something like this. Oh, that looks kind of cool. Might do that. And then white out this line here. I'd probably use this as a Friday box. And then maybe put this on top of that. I'm just going to cut it flush. And bring it right there. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. Okay, that looks great. So let's bring in some more brown and maybe 1 or 2 of the ivory boxes, just so that that's not by itself. We've got these ones left. And maybe a large brown one for the weekend. I think I'll do that. And put that on top over here. And white out this side of it. Get my bone folder and just smooth that back down. And I think I want to add, actually I created this really large bookmark, which I thought would be cute. So maybe I'll have that coming down from the top, and I'm just going to cut off the offset in the middle so I can layer it on top. I think that might be kind of cute. See what that looks like. Maybe halfway, like that. Yeah, that's kind of cute. It's a little crooked. See if I can fix it without ripping this. Just line it up and trim off at least part of this right edge again, so the part that goes over the box. Let me get my smaller scissors. Again, just a part that goes over the box so I can layer it like that. Oh, that's so cute. And I think I'll add a little quote over here. Let's see. Maybe my weekend is all booked. Bookmarks are for quitters. I like that. I might use both of these. Let's see. I might can add in, let's see, maybe a small ivory box. Again, just so that this one isn't by itself. And then I might add another one up here. And white out this line. Just using my bone folders, smooth out the wrinkles. And then put bookmarks are for quitters here. And I think I'll cut the bottom straight just to make it easier to add it. So bookmarks are for quitters, and then I can say my weekend is all booked. kind of want to move this up now so I can do this. I wonder if this will let me. Let's see if it does. If I do it slowly, it might. Yes, okay. And then have this up against this box, pointing to my weekend plans. And then we can have the book trovert quote up here. And maybe have a box coming directly underneath it. Okay. So we've got square ones of these. So maybe I'll just use 2 more square. I used up all the ones in that one. Only had, I think, a couple of stickers on that one. Let's see. Let's put this one right here. And I might try to fit maybe one of the girls right here. So I may not use this one because I do have these 2 already. And I can use this one for Thursday or Friday, depending on how much I have. And I have that one. And I have plenty for the weekend. I mean, this one almost fits. I might bring this here and cut off the bottom part. Or I might try to see if I can squeeze something in there. Maybe. Okay. So let's hold off on this. I might use it, I might not. All right, so that's coming together. So let's see if one of the girls will fit here. They're kind of tall, so I don't know if they will. But let's try. She's kind of pointing the wrong way, though. And I wouldn't be able to see her books, so maybe not her. She might work because I could still use most of that box. Maybe. I think she's too big unless I put her down here and then I can't see her book. Okay, so I think she's too tall and she's pointed the right way, but I won't be able to see her book because I have that box there. I mean, I might be able to move it, but I don't think I should try. I'm a little scared to try. Let's see. And she could fit perfectly here, but again, I don't know if I would be able to see what she's doing. So I think she's the only one that might work. This way. Let's see. If not, then I'll find something else. Let me cut the bottom of her flush and see if I can fit her like this. Let's see if I can lift this up. And then I can put this quote maybe on top of her. If it lets me. Ooh, it's ribbon. Okay, it's not going to let me. It said nope. I mean, it started tearing immediately. Okay, so maybe here, but then can I see her? I might try to move this box. Again, if it lets me. Well, this one's coming up real easy. I don't know why that one's stuck. Trying to go slow. Usually if you go slow, not always, but usually it will. And this bottom corner is getting stuck, but I got most of it. Okay. So at least it didn't tear the page. So I might try to use this. I might not. I might just put her down. Let's see. Because I think she fits perfectly right here. Just going to make her skirt a little bit less wide. And see how that works. Maybe cut off the offset on the right-hand side here. At least by her arm. I mean, that works pretty well. And she's only covering up part of the tree. And I'd only have one hole to punch. So I think that works. And I can see all of the books. I like that. Okay. So let me punch that one hole and then see if I want to put this box back down somewhere. So I had to sacrifice part of her arm a little bit, but that's not too bad. And I could always cover up part of the tree and put this back down. Or maybe do it this way. Like the quote is on top of the box. I don't mind that. I might do that and just trim off this tiny sliver of an offset. Again, just so it layers a little bit better. And bring it, again, directly underneath the quote. So it looks like the quote is sitting on top. And that way I still can get the function of this box. Because I do think I need at least one box on Friday. Okay. So that worked out. I couldn't move this one, but I was able to move the box over. So I'm going to go ahead and push that down. I like that. All right, now do I want a box here or maybe some decoration? I'm not sure if I have anything small enough, but let's take a look. So a lot of these stickers are pretty big. I could maybe add some books. That might work. I think this, I might be able to trim that down. These are too big. Have this book, but again, I think it's a little too big. And I have some of these too. I could always fussy cut maybe one of these off. I think I might just use this. Just cut off the offset on the very top. So I can put it directly underneath the word books. And then it looks like just a stack of books on the floor. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so I lost two of the books, but I think that works. And it fills in that space there. So I don't have that awkward space. That looks really good. I like that. All right, so still have her left and all the other girls. Let's see if I want to use any more quotes. I don't think I need any more boxes. I have plenty of function. I usually only need one box on the weekend, again, for like errands or things like that. I have plenty of boxes over here. I mean, Tuesday I only have the small box, but my Mondays aren't usually that packed. So I think sharing Monday and Tuesday, I think that's fine. Wednesday definitely needs its own box and it has one. So, and then I have these ones. So I think that's going to be enough. I mean, if I absolutely have a crazy busy week that's unexpected, I can always add another box and put it on top of this if I need to. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to add anything else? Oh, I need to add my habit tracker. I almost forgot. So, in fact, let me do that now while I'm thinking about it. See which one of these I think goes the most. I think that one can go because I have some of that color in the books here and then over here in the text. I think the red would go too because I have that. And then black goes as well. Let's see. Maybe I won't use red because that's right there. I have some peach in here, so that could work. Or do I want to use a teal? Kind of like the teal because it's teal on the left, teal in the middle, and teal over there. So I think I'll use this one and just trim it down so that hopefully I can still see stay bookish and bookworm energy only. So I'm going to take off maybe half off the top and half off the bottom. Again, just to make it a little bit shorter so it can fit in this little nook a little bit more easily. Maybe cut off a sliver on this side as well. Okay, so basically I trimmed off maybe a 1/16 of an inch on all 4 sides. And I'm gonna try to squeeze it into this little area here in between Stay Bookish and Bookworm Energy Only. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty close. I think I just have a small amount to trim off on this side. Okay, that works. So I have the habit tracker there. Let's see. Now I cover up September, so I think what I'll do is get my dates and numbers sticker book that I usually use for my creative journal and see if I have any more September stickers left over. So let me go pull that and then I'll be right back. All right, so this is my numbers and days sticker book by Paper Studio. I don't usually use the month sticker, so I should have plenty left in here. I think, there we go. So yeah, I got 2 pages of them. All right, so I have, okay, I used up that one, but I have one here. I think I'll use the black instead of the gold. The one that's the gold background. The letters are gold, but it's predominantly black. So I think that will look a little bit better. And let's see. Actually, I might put it in the middle. Right there. So that way I have September. Okay. Now, do I want to cover up? Do I want to use any of the numbers? Let's see. Trying to see if I have any partial days of the week or numbers left. I don't like breaking up full sets, but like this would pull in some more of the black. Do I want to do that? Let's see, what about the numbers? If I broke up the set, I would only want to do the ones that only have 30 days because there were some that were like misprinted and only included 30 days instead of 31. Let's see. It starts, let's see, 8th through the 14th. That would have been perfect if I had the rest of these numbers. I could use these. These are kind of cool. And it would, I'm just trying to find something to bring in some more gold since the only gold I have is there. I feel like I need some somewhere else. I mean, I don't have to, but I think it would look nicer. Let's see. The 8th through the 14th. Let's see if these are big enough. If these aren't big enough, then I don't think I'll do it. But if it covers them up, I might. Oh. It might be big enough. Okay, let's see. I don't know if it covered that 10 is kind of big, so I don't know. Maybe I should get the 10 first. Just see if it'll work. And it brings in some more color. I mean, ooh, it just fits. I mean, I've got to angle it just right, but I think it works. I think I'm going to do it just because I feel like the top is kind of plain. And this gives it just a little bit of interest. And all of the colors match. Again, I don't usually like breaking up numbers, but the colors that I know I won't use or I will rarely use, or in this case where I just need to add a little bit more color, I'll go ahead and do it. And again, it brings some gold somewhere else on the page. Now, do I want to cover up the days of the week? There's not much space there, so I don't know if I can. Let's see. Like these are kind of big, so I don't know if these would fit. Kind of wish I had a multicolored one like this. I don't think I do. Well, I have these white ones in gold. And I almost never use the white ones because they're a little hard to see, but again, it would bring in some more gold. So I might do that. I really like these ones too. Has the different colors. And I think the only ones in the front are black and gold. Oh no, I have these. Okay. But I really don't really want to use those because I use those for my creative journal. So I think these are the main ones I will use for my planner. And I think I might just use the white ones, but let's see if they're too big. They might be too big. I mean, let's get Wednesday. I think that's going to be the deciding factor because that teacup is right there. I'm going to have to cover part of it. Okay, if I do that, I can still see it. And if I raise the number, let's see, it might work. If I raise the number slightly, I think it'll still be covered. But now it looks like it's off center, but I can't really move it over. I mean, I can move it over here, but not much more. Otherwise, I'll see that other number. Let's see, will that look weird? Let's put Tuesday down and then see if we like it. Let's see. It's about the halfway point right there. So again, I have to raise the number slightly. Ooh. I don't know. I kind of like it. Again, it just gives it a little bit more interest. Okay, I think I might do that. I think I might go ahead and do that. So let me get Thursday through Sunday. All right, you guys, so that's what it's looking like. I'm really glad that I decided to add the days of the week and the colorful numbers at the top. Again, it just gives it a little bit more interest and it doesn't look quite as plain as I felt like it was looking earlier. And it also adds in a little bit more color. Since I have the color over here, it kind of brings more of it at the top. Especially since this side is a little bit more neutral. I just felt like it needed a little bit more color. And I'm glad I added that over there. So that's going to be my spread for the second week of September. All right, you guys, so I just wanted to come back and show you some of the things I added after I turned off the camera. When I looked at the page, I just felt like there was a few awkward spaces. My eye was kind of drawn to some of these blank areas, and I felt like they needed to be filled. Now, I'm not the type of person who feels the need to fill every single part of my page all of the time, but a lot of the time I do like a more full spread. But sometimes, like up here, there's blank space there, but that's intentional. I think if I put something there, it would just be overcrowded. And so sometimes it is nice to have some negative space. But here, these areas just looked a little empty. And I thought, you know what, let's add some more books in there. And I didn't have a stack of books small enough. So this had this vase on it. So I cut them apart and then lined it up with this box here and then added the vase that I cut off to this area over here. Again, to kind of balance out the heaviness of this side, to kind of make this side over here a little bit more balanced based on this area. All right, now my spread is done. All right, let me know what you think of the final spread in the comments below, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.